From the locker rooms to the fields of play, from the passion and rivalries to the championship seasons, get inside, get in depth with the newsmakers who shape sports here in the Lehigh Valley. Welcome to Calling All Sports with Keith Groller, brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, a passion for better medicine.
It may not feel like it yet, but summer is coming. We're in the month of May, and that means we start looking ahead at some of the great attractions in the Lehigh Valley sports scene this summer. One of them is coming up on June 18th. It's the Justin Sheftel Memorial Tournament. We're going to talk about it next on Calling All Sports.
At Lehigh Valley Health Network, we know there are no routine surgeries. Each one requires a team to work at its best, every procedure, every day. When you're the one facing surgery, it's good to know you're in the hands of someone who has done this many, many times before. Last year, our network performed 70% more surgeries than anyone else in our region. The fact is, the more you do, the better you are.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Calling All Sports. My name is Keith Groller. Forgot who I was for a second there. Welcome to our show. I'll tell you what, I can't wait for summer, and the calendar fills up quickly. We get so many great events here in the Lehigh Valley. I know I'll be at Cedar Beach for the Stellar Basketball Tournament. I'll be there for Sports Fest. But one of the early summer events, in fact, it's not even officially summer on June 18th, but it's still the summer scene. One of my favorite events has become the Justin Sheftel Memorial Softball Tournament, 12th annual edition this year, and it's one of my favorite events all year. Great cause. And here to help me talk about that particular event all show long, we're going to talk about it. But first up, we have Linda to your left and Elliot Sheftel to my immediate right here. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to our show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. 12 years. By the way, I like the red. I didn't get the memo on the red color. I'm sorry. But welcome back to our show. And I tell you what, you guys keep doing a great job at this event. And for the folks who don't know, I'll let you guys tell the background on the situation, Linda.
Well, the tournament started 11 years ago, really. This is the 12th annual. Shortly after Justin died, we had a group of his friends that came to us and said that they had met with Eric Roberts and wanted to do something. And they said, we'd like to do a softball tournament. And it started with 4 teams just thrown together. I still don't know how those kids did it. I'm still amazed at that. And everybody had a great time, and then next year we had 4 more teams that wanted to join, and it just started to grow. So now we're probably at capacity with 22 teams. We have a men's and women's division. I think about 250 players, probably a little bit more than that. And of course we have a lot of activities, a lot of things going on at this year's tournament that we're very excited about.
I said this before, we had the Sugars. I think you're on a show with the
right,
Sugars
we were
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I had the Sugars here a couple weeks ago. I can't even begin to find the words to adequately describe my admiration for you, because you had the ultimate of losses. Ultimate of losses, a terrible tragedy in Ocean City, Maryland, shortly after Justin graduated from Parkland High School. And to lose him within hours of his graduation, devastating. And yet you found a way to go on and do this tournament and go on with your life and do so many good things for so many other people in his name. My heart goes out to you. I commend you so highly on what you've done here. But I always ask you, what would you think he would think about all that you've done in now 11 years?
He would say, "Mom, what are you doing?" I can't. He would just be astounded. He would just say, "I can't believe you're doing this." Yeah, he was a very humble person as a kid. He didn't expect much, and he would always be surprised at whatever we were doing for him, I think. Yeah.
Ellie, you want to talk about what you think he would think?
Like Linda said, I mean, Justin never really seek the limelight. He, you know, kind of was under the radar, but at the same time, he was a very personable kid, had a lot of friends, and
amazing that how many friends he had.
Seemed to get along with everybody. Yeah. But yeah, he would be in total amazement that that this many people come out and kind of, you know, pay tribute to him, and it's you know, just a real testimony to him and his life.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean,
you know, we pinch
he was
ourselves,
obviously a very popular young man who touched a lot of lives in his all too brief time on this earth. And these friends of his have, and the school community, the whole community has rallied around him tremendously. I don't think this would have the success with other people. I mean, this was obviously a very special young man, and in his name, all these people come together every year. And how many dollars have you raised over the years, Linda?
I don't know the total number of dollars raised, but we've donated over $350,000. Wow. So to various charities, and
that's the key. I love the fact that you diversify. It's not just one. And actually, I think the list of beneficiaries kind of changes from year to year, doesn't it?
It does.
Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, what we do is we have a standard group that we really support because of their baseball programs or because of their inner city programs that we really want to have be part of us. And then we also have a group of charities that we donate to maybe annually, that we have the teams pick a charity. And this year we had 3 teams pick a charity of their choice, and then we would donate to them, to that charity in that team's name, and based upon those people wanting to make the donation. So we've really diversified because of that. We've done charities that I wouldn't have thought of touching, but because of the team, we've been able to do that. So it's been nice.
One of them was the Drive. Is that the right name for it? The Allentown baseball program.
That's our standard one. We do that every year.
That's fantastic.
It is a great program. It is.
And that's partly because Justin really. I mean, I think he played a couple different sports, but he really loved the sport of baseball.
He loved baseball. Baseball is his sport. Yeah.
But and speaking of baseball, you have a very special guest coming back. I mean, you know, he had a great time if he wants to come back. But tell us about, either one of you can tell us about the June 18th special guest and some of the things that are going to go on June 18th.
So again, we are fortunate. Steve Carlton's coming back. This is his second appearance with us, and he is coming to do a clinic for some. We're going to actually have some of the kids from the Allentown Drive program. That's a middle school program in the Allentown School District, and he's going to do a free clinic. So you know, we want some of the, and it's really open to anybody. Yeah, so anybody can come out and, you know, spend an hour and a half with Steve Carlton and get help. You know, in a clinic. He's going to be there taking pictures, signing autographs, and he's been a tremendous supporter of us over the years, you know, since he came the first time. So we're just very fortunate that he's seen, is excited, you know, about what we're doing as we are. And he's, you know, like I said, put his time.
And every day you have a Hall of Famer you can count on to come in for you. Like
it's very exciting. So I think that's going to create a lot of excitement and buzz in the community, and hopefully a lot of people will come out and see him and, you know, help support the tournament and the cause, and help us give back to the community.
Right.
Besides the softball tournament and the clinic and Steve Carlton's appearance, what else is going on, Linda?
Well, let me just say about the clinic. It is it's limited to 100 people. So it's 100 middle school players, and they can sign up by going onto our website or going onto St. Luke's website. And he's going to be there for free doing this performance clinic. It's going to be a great thing.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
for free.
We're very excited. It's free. Yeah. So we're going to have, what else? We're going to have a lot of food. We're going to have a raffle. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have a dunk tank this year. We have the mocktail, which Keith is one of our not judges, but the MC, which we love.
But I got involved as a sampler last year.
Yeah, you did. Well,
we're
we're making sure you have samples this year too. And the mocktail's really become one of our signature events, and we're very excited about that. Red Robin's been supporting us on that for a number of years. We're also going to have henna person. We're going to have face painting. We're going to have tie dyeing. We're going to have a speed pitch with prizes. So we're going to have a lot of
seems like you've expanded
activities a little bit. We've added a couple more things. You know, the kids wanted the dunk tank, so that's now one of our big new thing for us.
We try to get things and activities. So, you know, if people have young kids and family, they can come out, watch the softball. there's things to do. The kids aren't running around wild. You know, they can participate. We have you know, food trucks. Vince's is going to be there. Trixie's cupcakes.
Grumpy's.
Grumpy's.
And
Grumpy's,
Ice.
oh,
And
great
Cold
vendors,
Ice.
great
so,
vendors.
so there's
Yeah.
food, there's things to do. So we want people to come enjoy the
It's
afternoon.
really an all-day affair,
It's an
right?
all-day
It
affair.
is. It is.
You start the games about 8 o'clock in the morning?
8:30.
8:30.
Right.
8:30.
And they go all day until pretty much 8 o'clock at night. And
Now, for many, many years, we were at the Parkland High School. Last year we had a rain issue, but you're coming back to the Lehigh County
Right.
Sports Complex.
Right, right.
Which a lot of people know, near Dorney Park. It's in the shadows of Dorney Park.
Right.
You like that venue, right?
We love the fact that it's got 6 fields, and the fields are really nice. We may have to use an extra field this year, but it's just a nice location for us to try to get the whole tournament there and to get everything we need to in that one area. Mm-hmm. And it's not as spread out.
Right. Just your thoughts on how this thing has evolved, Elliot. I mean, I marvel at it every year. You add some stuff, you bring in Steve. I mean, we didn't have celebrity guests. Now all of a sudden we had Steve Carl. We were supposed to have Charlie Manuel last year. It didn't work out because of the rain.
The rain, and he wasn't able to rebook. But I think, you know, every year we keep looking at ourselves, and we're just in total amazement that we get the amount of participation that we do, and then people get genuinely excited about, you know, coming every year. And, you know, there's always, typically the closer it gets to the date, you know, there's a lot of banter between the teams, and, you know, a lot of competition going on, and, you know, there's excitement, and we're just totally amazed that, you know, people still want to come out and participate and help us, you know, raise the money. So
now, one of the things with the money you raise, you give scholarships out, and I want you to kind of set the scene for part 2 of our program today. We have 2 of your scholarship winners, 2 exceptional young people. Mm-hmm. Tell us about the scholarship program, Linda.
Well, we started that, I think, shortly after Justin died, like the first year, and we picked 2 Parkland seniors. They submitted an essay. We have a group of people that make a decision, so it's not just Elliot and myself. We have some other people involved, and we picked 2, a girl and a boy, for the scholarship winners. And we get, right now the scholarship's at $7,500 per person. So
$7,500. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So, and I think, you know, we look to try to help somebody that we think may need a little extra money to get into their school, or to feel comfortable with their expenses that they have in college. And the 2 that we have are just phenomenal. We've just, when Elliot and I think about 2 years ago, we started to put together a sheet on all the scholarship winners to include in our marketing packet, because we just finally said, you know, we really need to share what we're doing with the money that we raise. And we were amazed at what these scholarship winners are doing. We had like 3 or 4 people going to med school. We had one doctor. We had a CPA. What they're doing with their lives is just really touching, and it certainly gives us nice feedback.
I got 2 special people coming up in segment number 2. But real quick, how can people get involved if you have openings for involvement here in some capacity? So why don't you put out the address or whatever, phone number, how people might want to get involved in this?
Well, the teams are filled, and we have all the teams that we need, but we could use volunteers or just come out and enjoy the tournament. Mm-hmm. And if they need any information about the tournament, you can go to the website. It's www.justinsheftel.com, or you can email me, and that is also on the website as far as contact information, so that can feel free to email or call me, and that's on there.
June 18th. Final words, Elliot?
Just come out and enjoy the day, watch some good softball. There's plenty of activities for the kids. There's food to eat, and there'll be a lot of people having a good time.
Full.
It should be a great day. I've been a part of it for many, many years now, and I look forward to it. I plan my that weekend. I keep that weekend. If I can,
I appreciate that.
When last year we had the rain out, I had a problem because they had a Pocono race, but I try to keep this June date free if possible, and I look forward to it. It's a special day, special camaraderie, special atmosphere, special people, and a special cause involved here. And I commend you again so highly.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
That's Linda and Elliot Sheftel. We have 2 of their Sheftel scholarship winners coming up next. Some great young people. You'll meet them next as Calling All Sports continues. Stay with us.
At Lehigh Valley Health Network, we know there are no routine surgeries. Each one requires a team to work at its best, every procedure, every day. When you're the one facing surgery, it's good to know you're in the hands of someone who has done this many, many times before. Last year, our network performed 70% more surgeries than anyone else in our region. The fact is, the more you do, the better you are.
Welcome back to Calling All Sports as we continue to talk about the 12th annual Justin Sheftel Memorial Softball Tournament coming up on June the 18th at the Lehigh County Sports Complex. We talked to Elliot and Linda Sheftel in the first segment. Now we're going to talk to two of the scholarship winners and two of the fine young people that this great organization has honored over the years. Over there to the far left is Jimmy Hahn, former basketball star with the Parkland Trojans. I covered many of his games. And the much better looking one in the middle here, Lizzie Andrew, former soccer star, right?
Yes.
Did you get to play soccer in college as well?
I play on the club team, so I'm still playing, and but not quite for the school. So.
The big news with Lizzie is you're going to graduate from Westchester this Sunday?
That I am, yes, Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you believe it, that you're that close?
No, the 4 years have gone by, and every semester goes by quicker than the first, so it's really crazy that's come up so quick.
So you were obviously, 4 years ago, you won the scholarship, right?
Correct, yes.
Talk about what the scholarship has meant to you. Talk about what this whole tournament, this whole organization's meant to you.
Yeah, it's been quite an honor to just have been even selected from the huge pool of people. Justin certainly left a huge impact on all the people, as you can see every year with the number of people that come out for the tournament. So it's been awesome to just be a part of the legacy that he's left for everyone.
Yeah. Jimmy, same thing. I mean, you're more recent honoree, obviously. You're in your, sophomore year at Muhlenberg?
Yeah, sophomore
Wrapping
year.
up your sophomore year at Muhlenberg. But talk about what the scholarship meant to you and what the Justin Sheftel Memorial Tournament has meant to you.
Yeah, like Lizzie said, it is really an honor. And the scholarship is obviously a huge help for us in college, but just the award itself, being the recipient of the award, the Justin Sheftel Award in his name is something special, because he just, the qualities that he had as a human being, as a friend, as a son, and all the above, it's just really special to be a part of that, and to be asked to apply for the award, and then be nominated, and then be selected, and then now I'm involved in the tournament. And like Lizzie said, you really see the tournament year after year, what impact he left on everyone around him, his friends, his family, the community, and everyone involved. And I didn't know Justin personally, but just by hearing everyone and knowing his parents, Mrs. or Mr. Sheftel, I feel like I've known him my whole life, just by everyone talking about him and how much he's really lived on in the hearts of everyone else.
Well, I think, and maybe either one of you can respond to this, I think every Parkland student, and certainly maybe every high school student in the Lehigh Valley, can relate to the tragedy and have great respect for what the Sheftels have done here. I mean, you know, you're a high school graduate. You had, was one of the most exciting times of your life, I'm sure. Senior week, just about everybody goes on senior week, and then you lose such a great young man like Justin on your senior week. So this hits home to me as a parent, as somebody who has vacationed for many, many years in Ocean City, Maryland. I never go down there without thinking about Justin. How about you guys?
Yeah, I think you can tell by the number of people that come to the tournament and play in the tournament. People that didn't know him, you know, still sign up. I have friends that have played in it, and you know, they didn't know him personally, but they still want to participate in the tournament, which is really great.
Yeah, and obviously it's a tragedy, and you know, the world lost a great person, you know, when that happened. But the Sheftels have turned a bad event into a very good thing, and every year it's a reminder and a celebration really of him, which is a great thing. At that time, we all, in his name, have a great day, and we raise money for a really good cause, and then we help out 2 more students every year. They help out 2 students every year for their college, and in his name, then more and more people get helped by him. So they've turned a tragedy into a very, very good thing year after year to help more and more people.
It is absolutely amazing. It is a neat tournament, though. I mean, this is not, obviously we remember Justin, but it is upbeat, it's full of life, it's full of camaraderie, it's full of spirit. Did you play in the tournament, Lizzie?
I didn't play, no. Last year I helped, I was working some of the food trucks, but I didn't get to.
That's a better gig, by the way.
Yeah, I get to serve all the delicious food.
Mm-hmm. Jim, you played in the
Yeah,
right?
I played in it last year, yes, and and I'm playing it again this year. It's a great tournament because it's competitive. Obviously, everyone wants to go there and win, and I'm a very competitive person. I mean, I want to win everything I do, probably a little too much at times. But when I play in this, it's definitely one thing that you do for fun, and you really enjoy the experience. Last year, I know I actually played on several different teams to help out. I didn't help them out at all. I had like 1 hit in like 5 games. But it still was a great time, and just to be a part of it, it's just something great. And not only just the playing in it, but all the events they have around it. It's a whole celebration with the food and the Steve Carlton being there and everything. It's just a great day for all around.
Do you find when you go, and you were there last year and you've been there, a lot of Parkland people come back, you see a lot of friends that maybe you don't get to see normally?
Yeah, definitely. I know a couple friends from school, they made a team, so there's always a lot of people there, and it's great to see them. And it's nice that the Justin Sheftel tournament's able to bring everyone back together.
Now, we're at that time of year, college is winding down. I got about a month or so left in the high school year. How about just imparting to some of our viewers, what are some of the elements, what are some of the keys that have made you successful, Lizzie?
Just
as a student athlete coming out of the Lehigh Valley, now about to graduate from Westchester University.
I think some of the most important things are just to work hard at everything you do, and really put others before yourself, because people appreciate that when you're able to put them before you and want to see others succeed as well. So.
Jimmy?
Yeah, definitely. I always just work ethic is a huge thing. I've always thought in everything I've done, I've worked my hardest, because if you fail at something and you realize you worked your hardest, you can't really do much more than that. And you can always look back at it without regret. That's with sports, that's with academics, that's with almost anything in life. And I'm also a big family man, and I like spending time with my family and friends, so you try to take a lot from your family and look up to people and see what's good and bad with other people, and you improve upon that. And you have to look at yourself a lot, and you have to judge yourself and see what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and try to improve upon your strengths and fix your weaknesses, improve upon those as well in everything you do in life. So I've tried to do that. I like to think I don't have many weaknesses, and when someone tells me that I have one, I try to tell them they're wrong a lot of times. But you have to be able to accept that and try to improve upon it every day.
Should have mentioned you're a sophomore, completing your sophomore year at Muhlenberg College, and you want to be a teacher, correct?
Correct, yep. As of now, I want to be a teacher, yep. So I really like spending time with children, so hopefully when I get out there, I can impact the lives of other people and keep these qualities that Justin had and I was awarded for by winning this award, and hopefully kind of instill those into younger kids and be able to see that for the next generation growing up.
Forgot to ask you, what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in finance and international business.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a job lined up yet?
I do. I'll be working at Vanguard starting in June.
Vanguard, they handle my retirement account.
There you go.
Boy.
Maybe I'll be working with you.
Get to know her for a while, yeah.
But look, you both are a credit to your schools, and Parkland can be very proud. Look I'm going to ask you about this, Jimmy, and I'll let Lizzie off the hook unless she wants to chime in. I get tired. I mean, Parkland's successful. Let's face it. Very, very successful. They win in a lot of sports. You were part of a championship basketball program. I don't know, did you win in soccer when you played?
Yes, we did.
Champion. And I've dubbed it Parklanditis. Everybody is sick of Parkland, winning this. But you know what? Commend these kids. I mean, they get it done. They work hard. They do the right things. Great coaching. And the whole thing comes together beautifully, and we have this successful program. I get bothered by I'm like having backlash against the resentment because celebrate these kids. Well, how do you feel about that? I'll ask you, Lizzie, first.
Yeah, I think as a program it's strong because of the commitment by the coaches and all the players. They set the standards high, what they expect out of you, and then when it comes time to game time, you practice and you put in all the hours. So you know what you have to do on the field to get it done. And I think luckily, but through hard work as well, Parkland does bring home the championships, which is great.
Jimmy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally understand that, because when you talk to people, and if I would look at it from the outside, and I would hate Parkland probably too, just because they win so much, all you see is their name. I know in basketball, the last 4 years, all you've seen is Parkland in the newspaper for winning and stuff, and all the other sports, they dominate. But, obviously Parkland's a big school and gets a lot of talent, that's what people will say, but that doesn't mean that Parkland doesn't deserve a lot of credit, like you said. I know for the football team, you look in there, they play their last game and a week or two later they're in the weight room already lifting, you know. And the
A lot of
basketball
dedication.
team, basketball team's the same way. I know for me, because Parkland is so competitive and there's a lot of kids, it's also competitive just to be on the team. I know for me, I had to choose kind of one sport because if I play multiple sports, it's a little tougher to play at a school like Parkland. So I focused. So 11, 12 months of the year, I was focusing on my basketball and really worked hard at it to become the best player I was. So in these sports, you have players that are, working their entire lives just for that, and there's a lot of commitment, a lot of hard work, and the coaches are great too, and Parkland does a good job all around with getting their teams, and they have good programs and really good feeder programs too. The youth programs at Parkland are great, so it prepares kids for when they get to high school.
I found out that the backlash, or the Parklanditis as I call it, extends to even theater. I went out to a recent show, the Titanic, which I thought was absolutely amazing, okay? And well, you should get to see more shows. They come after me strong, but look, I stand by what I said. It was a wonderful show, and these kids, hey, if they win championships, they win championships because they work hard. Nothing's handed to you in this world. But Lizzie, any final thoughts on the Justin Sheftel tournament, and if you have any advice to kids who are graduating now, because you're graduating as a college senior. There's a lot of kids who are going to be graduating in the next 6 weeks or so from high schools. Any advice you have to give?
I think the advice would be to just enjoy what you enjoy it. Time goes by so quickly, and to just stay true to who you are, and work hard, be yourself, and others will see that.
Beautiful.
Yep, I would like to just thank the Sheftels for all the hard work that they put into this. I know for them, it's most of their life is for this tournament, and they put a lot of time into it. And it works out every year successful. Last year there was rain, and they still came and rescheduled it and made the best of it. And it's just a great day, a great event for all people involved. So they do a great job of it. And I'd like to thank them too for what they've given me. It's been a very good opportunity for me in college, and just the name it brings. It's been an honor to be an award recipient. And also, I'm looking forward to seeing you as the mocktail judge. I wanted to mention that, so come out and see
Not
Mr.
a judge,
Groller.
I'm an MC now.
Oh, MC.
I don't want that pressure being a judge. I'd rather just sample,
Stepping up in the world. So come out and see Mr. Groller at the mocktail event. That's something to see. But for advice-wise, just be who you are. And high school is a really great time. I know for that. And being a kid, and now in college, it's a great time, and it goes by so fast. I can't believe I'm already halfway through it.
That's the key. So
It goes
enjoy
by
it.
so
Get the
fast.
most out of it and enjoy it, right?
Yep. So enjoy it as much as you can, and enjoy it with the people around you, because unfortunately, this is showing that that time is limited to a point, but you have to enjoy it while you can and live on. So when something does happen, people can still look back and celebrate your life and really take a lot from you. You can impact a lot of people's lives all around you.
Well said. Jimmy Hahn, Lizzie Andrew, two excellent young people, scholarship winners. The Justin Sheftel Memorial Softball Tournament, June 18th. We'll see you there. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week with another edition of Calling All Sports.